Good morning. You guys, the time has finally come, our very first glimpse as to what this Season 8 update is going to be all about. So like we always do here on this channel, we're going to be breaking down all the information that we know thus far before we head into the Brawl Talk tomorrow, i.e. the Brawl Talk thumbnail, as well as a juicy sneak peek photo over on the Brawl Stars social medias. We should be able to get some information from what's already presented to us, such as the silhouette of the brand new brawler coming out in this update. So hope you guys are all excited. Detective Ray on the case. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go! I can already hear what you guys are saying. Ray, I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit disappointed. But guys, with all jokes aside, before we get straight away into anything, be sure you're all subscribed to the channel. As you can see, we have 60.7% not subscribed and 39.3% subscribed. As you all know, I'm going to be covering everything in great detail with this update as it comes out. That sneak peeks, the Brawl Talk tomorrow, and the whole 9 yards. You guys already know your boy will be on it, so make sure to look forward to that. But everyone, with my YouTuber things out of the way, as you guys can see, we are beginning today's video off over here on the official Brawl Stars Twitter page to highlight briefly this beautiful, beautiful post that came out 1 hour ago. There's always a story to be told after a concert. Once upon a brawl. Castle emoji. And then of course a link to the premiere of the Brawl Talk that is airing tomorrow, thumbnail and all. So at face value, it appears that the Brawl Stars dev team is using the Bad Randoms event, the final event in the Season 7 update, to transition us into this Season 8 update, which is pretty dang cool if you ask me. We have a picture there of the robots jamming out behind the scenes in the alleyways or whatever it is on the beach there. But again, we will be breaking down the nitty-gritty inside of this photo. I believe we're getting some juicy sneak peeks as to what the new brawler is going to be like in this photo here. But first, I'm going to get straight away into the thumbnail of the Brawl Talk and what we can pull away from that. So transitioning over here to the very exciting Brawl Talk right around the corner. As you guys can see, at the point that I'm recording this video, it will be premiering in a short 25 hours. But the title of this bad boy is Brawl Stars Brawl Talk Once Upon a Brawl. So it appears we're getting an update that is dated back in time, so maybe giving a little bit of credibility to the Supercell Make campaign that we got with Colette, time being a big factor in that. So I hope you're ready for your knights, your castles, your medieval skins, and things along those lines. I think it's going to be really, really fun. Now, normally we would hop straight away into the thumbnail, but I believe there are a few different pieces that I want to take away from this photo before we do that to give us a little bit more context of the silhouette. It's going to help us. So what I'm thinking is these two different things here on this photo are something to do with the new brawler, a weapon and a shield. So we have a broom that is also a makeshift sword. It's got the hilt of a sword as well as the shield there that has a broom handle on it. I'm thinking that the logo has everything to do with the new brawler that's right around the corner. Now, like I said before, we will be diving into this photo a little bit deeper than that, but I want that to give us context with the silhouette, like I said before. But taking a look at the thumbnail here, we have somewhat of a blocky character. I feel like this has been an ongoing trend with some of the Brawl Talks that we've gotten in the past. A very hard to break down silhouette, that's for dang sure. It's almost looking like a saloon 8-bit in a sense. But breaking down some of the other interesting details of this new brawler, it appears that he is holding that broom sword. I think we have a little glimpse of it over there on the far left, and then we see the hilt on the very bottom right hand corner of the silhouette. I believe he's holding the sword behind his back. I'm assuming so. Now, seeing that the silhouette is incredibly blocky here, it might be just a trick of the eye with the silhouette. The way that I'm seeing it, and I know it's a little bit of a stretch, you just can't trust silhouettes, guys, is I think there is a brawler behind this little square portion here. Basically the square that the question mark is covering up here. I believe this silhouette is the brawler hiding behind the shield that we also saw in the Twitter photo. So he's behind the shield defending himself, and we can't really see his entire body, only a few bits and pieces that are coming up from the top. I'm not quite sure. That's the way that I'm seeing it though. So he's got the sword as well as the shield, but the shield is covering up most of the silhouette. But that's what I'm going with. Make sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about the silhouette. I think that we can't see the whole brawler because he's hiding behind the shield, but really, really interesting. So if this is indeed a knight brawler where he's using a weapon, it looks like we're going to be getting another another melee brawler in the game, which is something that I am always very, very excited about. I really like melee brawlers. I like how they interact with other brawlers in the game and how they're played. So definitely looking forward to the interesting mechanics in the Brawl Talk tomorrow about this bad boy. But then we take a look at the background, which in Brawl Talks, typically we're able to see what the environment of the seasonal update that we're heading into. So we have a castle on fire being attacked there in the background. Really, really cool. And we have a logo that we saw once again in the brief glimpse of the Twitter post that we went over. So this could be an emblem for this brawler. Maybe the whole like storyline of this update is we're trying to raid the castle and this brawler owns the castle. You never know. It might give a little bit of perspective as to why it's on fire. It's being attacked, it appears, right? And now that I'm looking at it, it looks like there's a little trash can over here. I don't know what that is. Might be something that's important there in the background, but who the heck knows? But other than that, you guys, I think we thoroughly broken down this thumbnail. Next, let's get straight away into a bit more information about this Brawl Talk. How long is it going to be? So like we always do in these episodes, I love to see how long a Brawl Talk is going to be while it's in its premiere stage. If you guys didn't know, you can Google it and you're able to see the runtime of a premiere that is scheduled to be released. So this Brawl Talk is going to be 4 minutes and 56 seconds long. So if we take a look at past Brawl Talks, the duration seems to be on par with the other ones, an average length Brawl Talk. Of course, the last Brawl Talk that we got was fairly long, was 6 minutes and 32 seconds, but that was a little bit of an abnormal time. I guess you could say it is a bit longer than most, seeing that we've had Brawl Talks, seasonal Brawl Talks at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. This one with the introduction of Lou and a Brawl Pass as well, only being 3 minutes and 3 seconds. So hey, we might be getting a pretty sizable update here for this season 8. But seeing that this Brawl Talk isn't crazy long or anything like that, I cannot see this being like another repeat of the last update coming out this time last year, having the invest in your future video and kickstarting a bunch of juicy Star Park lore after that. So it appears, if the dev team isn't pulling a quick one on us, that we're not going to be getting too much Star Park related stuff in this update, which I had such a great feeling that we were going to. I think the hype around the WKBRL live stream is going to definitely kind of go down quite a lot, seeing that it's not coming out in this update and we have to wait for an entire next update for Star Park related things if it were to happen. So we'll have to wait and see on the lore in Star Park and things like that. Maybe we'll get a little bit more in this update, but who the heck knows? It's not looking very good if you were looking forward to that. But I think it's about that time to break down this beautiful photo over on the Brawl Stars social medias. As we once said before, hashtag once upon a brawl, and then a beautiful castle emoji. So I think that really goes with the whole vibe of what we're getting with the thumbnail that we just broke down. But as you guys can see, we have some robots broken down there, rocking out with the concert going on in the background. They're just enjoying the music on the back lines. Maybe they weren't invited to the concert. Kind of feels bad, man. But I think it's important to get some of the obvious out of the way. I've heard a lot of speculation already in the community that this is basically confirming that the robots are getting a remodel in this update. It's something most definitely on the to-do list, Frank mentioning it over on his Twitter page some time ago, so that could be a thing that we see in this update. I kind of feel bad for the robots, man. He's just chilling there listening to the music. He wasn't invited. Oh. But breaking down some of the other things in this photo, we can see a ton of different references to other brawlers. We have some energy drink cups there on the ground. We have Ems's hairspray there in the background. We have Piper's grenade as well as her hairpin there. We got Trash Poco's guitar all broken there in the background. We got Max's energy drink there. It's looking like there was a pretty crazy party going on out here. But then getting straight away into probably the most important objects in this image, like we broken down earlier in this video, I believe these are the weapons that the newest brawler is going to have. The shield that was covering him up in the silhouette, as well as his weapon, the sword broom. I got a feeling his mechanics are going to be so dang exciting. What is he going to do with a broom sword? I don't know, but I do want to find out. We have some other interesting bits of information here from the photo. We have a trash can there with the emblem popping back up that we saw on the castle. I believe this has everything to do with the new brawler also appearing on his sword there. We've got some interesting green piping here as well, which I don't think has any place in Brawl Stars. We could potentially be getting a new obstacle in the update because of this, but I think that might be a bit of a stretch. And then heading on over here, we have a bucket, which again, I don't think has anything to do with other brawlers in the game. A bucket with an antenna, which would make a lot of sense. It looks like trash, and if this next update has something to do with a trash night. I don't know. It makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe this has something to do with the new brawler. And seeing that we're getting a ton of things that we really can't place our finger on in these sneak peeks, you never know. We could be getting 2 new brawlers in this update. It's happened before. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot else to break down here in this photo. We have a cool bit of graffiti up here that is Bull's face, I believe, as well as the text at the very bottom is first. We have pass, talk, coordination. I don't know if that has anything to do with the update. It might just be graffiti or maybe just some song lyrics, something like that, with something to do with bad randoms, as well as no, no, no. So it could be seen as no pass, no talk, no coordination, maybe everything to do with bad randoms. But then we have a pretty cool symbol here. I think it's B for bad randoms, and then a half of a wing. Some people speculating that this has something to do with like club badges or something like that, but I think that's looking a little bit too far into it. Then we got some other cool stuff over here. We got the smiley face pin there, as well as a coat pin with red eyes. Kind of creepy if you ask me, but that's really it here in this picture. We do have a staff only room there with the door closed, maybe housing the new brawler. You really never know. But yeah, everyone, of course, be sure to let me know what you're thinking about this photo. It's always fun to try to draw some theories before the Brawl Talk actually airs, but nonetheless, we do know a whole lot about the newest brawler coming out around the corner. I think he's going to have some really interesting mechanics, and I hope there's a fun little storyline going along with this update. Maybe they are trying to storm this trash knight's castle, but I think it's going to be a blast either way. Guys, I think that's a good stopping point here in today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are all excited for the Brawl Talk coming right around the corner. You know your boy Ray is going to be covering it in its entirety, so be sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'll be giving you guys all the information that you need to know about the update. But yeah, everyone, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, you guys.